Good morning, everybody. Steve here from the Worley Bugger. Last day of July 2025. So you can see we have a overcast summer day. Doesn't happen too often. So take advantage of it. Overcast days usually produce pretty good fishing, especially on our river. Those big, bright, sunny days make it a little bit tougher. As you can see, there's lots and lots of water in the river. Still running up in summer flow, irrigating. We've had several days of very, very warm air temperatures, somewhere in the valley topping the triple-digit mark for sure. Today is supposed to be the last day, but with this overcast, I guess we'll see if it sticks around or if it blows on out of here. Of course, water temperatures are a major topic of discussion everywhere around the entire west coast. Every state going through about the same types of scenarios, you know, as everybody else. Low water years, high water temperatures, fishing closures. So as far as the Yakima goes, you know, me and my dad were talking about it the other night, and I could hear his frustration of 85 years of living in Montana and nobody addressing the issue of building reservoirs to store water. You know, we had the discussion about dams and how people consider a reservoir a dam, but at some point considerations need to be made in order to protect, you know, water resources. There has to come a time when the collection of water becomes a necessary element, especially with changing weather patterns, changing weather conditions, more users on the systems. You know, the people that are in charge, you know, they have to be made to do something, you know, especially with taxpayer dollars instead of just putting it in their pocket. So again, you know, with water temperature, you know, let's talk about the Yakima right now. This morning, 65.9 degrees is what it's recording in the morning. So, you know, on 90 plus degree days, definitely hitting the 70 degree mark for sure. Probably especially in the lower canyon, you know, with big basalt, rock, reflections of heat off of that. Like my river report from last week, you know, Wilson Creek dumping into the river, probably adding some warmer temperatures because of nitrates and off-field irrigation. So the good news is that there's a big cooling trend coming. We're supposed to drop back down into the 80 degrees, 50 degrees at night. So definitely going to help with water temperatures, bringing water temperatures down, bringing dissolved oxygen content up. So really what it comes down to is just, you know, responsible stewardship of the river, responsible recreation, you know, fish, you know, during times that, you know, it's cooler. You know, if it feels like you probably shouldn't be fishing in the tributaries of the river right now, you know, then I mean, if that's what your head and your heart is telling you, then that's probably what you should be doing. Drops of rain here starting. So bug-wise on the river now, not going to change a whole lot. We're going to see a couple of different scenarios start to happen in August. Crane flies are going to become a very, very important part of the fishing, especially crane fly larvae. There'll be a lot of crane fly larvae moving in the river, especially as it starts to recede. We're already starting to see crane flies gathering along the edges. And then also stonefly nymphs. We'll start seeing short-winged stone males. In places they're probably already gathering. If you kick over logs and rocks along the edges of the river, you'll probably start to see those. And then towards the end of the month, first part of September, we'll start to see the big females emerge. It's a local friend's been going out and fishing caddis hatches on warm nights when the wind stays down. So those are kind of your 3 bug scenarios for the next few weeks anyways here on the river. So again, you know, drought year, but still managing the reservoirs pretty well for, you know, the amount of water that's coming down the river. Reservoirs are draining out very quickly, especially the Clay Ellum, but our other 2 reservoirs are still have pretty good water in them, you know, for being such a low snowpack capacity year. We got basically about 1 more month and we'll see the river drop off, and we'll just pray for cooler temperatures in the month of August and that start of September during the flip-flop mode, and that will definitely aid in fishing conditions and protecting the fishery for sure. So as always, have any questions, feel free to give us a jingle at the pro shop. Lots going on, so stop on by if you have any questions, any needs. We're happy to help. Until then, everybody, have a great weekend, and thanks for your support.